Hello, beautiful, beautiful souls. Welcome to the first episode of Soul Bloom, where we dive deep into what healing is and how it is just the thing for you. If you are somebody who thinks that healing is all a woo woo concept and that healing is something only that happens when you're hurt physically because wounds heal and not mentally or physically, then just stick to this video because I am about to flip that script for you. Yeah, you got that right. So, what is healing? What do you understand by healing? According to Google, healing means to become healthy again, for something to be healthy again. But what is this something that we are talking about, and what does healthy mean? When we look at healing from a holistic perspective, it encompasses everything, be it your physical body, your mind, your soul, or spirit, whatever you call it. Because, first of all, if you're watching this video, you have to be at a space where you know that we are not just the physical beings, we are more than that. There is an energy that exists, and metaphysically, all of us are one. Somewhere or the other, you need to have that awareness that, okay, we are more than just this physical being. We are more than this. It's okay. You don't have to understand energies in order to completely know what healing is. But yeah, you need to be aware that it's not just your physical body, it's more than that. It's more than just you talking. You need to realize that these are vibrations, okay? So, healing for me started 4 years back when I had my own fair share of pain and hurt to deal with, and I was escaping from it. Honestly, it was not until last year that I actually accepted that I was healing, that, I had been on this journey where I could say that, yes, it is a healing journey. But then, everybody has their own timing, right? And now, to understand healing from a more holistic perspective, let's understand what healing truly is. Healing truly is accepting yourself in the present moment for whatever you are, for whoever you are, for what values you have, for what you see life as. Accepting you as your authentic self, not the one you portray to the world, not the one you portray to your friends, but you in your totality, in this moment, who you are, what you want, where are you headed, or whatever you're doing, you accept yourself. Acceptance is the first step to healing, because once you accept your own self, you know what to work on, you know what to make healthier, right? According to Google. But yeah. So, in order to accept you for yourself in this moment, you need to be aware of your thoughts, you need to be aware of your values, your morals, your beliefs, your actions, everything. The same way you are aware of your loved ones, how they are working, how they are behaving, how their mood is off, how, even a slight change in their energy, in their mood, you recognize that, right? The same way you start recognizing the thing with you when your mood changes. What happens to your physical body? What happens to your thoughts? Where do they wander off? Where are you thinking you are going because of those thoughts? That's awareness. Awareness is not like, oh my God, okay, I'm breathing right now. You're supposed to breathe 24/7. Yes, and you are supposed to be aware of your breath as well, but you need to realize when to be aware and when to just let go of control. When you start your healing journey, these aspects of being aware and just letting loose, letting go of control, you understand these things, you embrace them. You realize that, being a person, I'm allowed to make mistakes, I'm allowed to have flaws. And irrespective of all of the mistakes and flaws that I might have made in the past, I am who I am, and I accept myself for everything that I am, right? This acceptance towards your own self is very, very important to heal, to know that you're healing. Also, there are various techniques to healing that a lot of coaches talk about. You listen to them, you make your judgment that, oh my God, meditation is the first tool to healing. I mean, yeah, it is. no matter how much it annoys you, no matter how irritable you get, no matter how confusing it is for you to meditate. Like, you just can't sit with yourself even for 2 minutes without caring about what thoughts you have, without being judgmental towards them. That's meditation. But it's difficult in the initial few, you can say, months, even years for some, because we need to realize that we are healing from all the programming that is already in this space, in this fucking box of ours, in our mind. When we talk about the subconscious, right, that's a place where all of your programming is kept from your childhood. The way you learned things, the way you saw things around you, the way you reinforced things, all of that is in your subconscious. Tell me one thing, okay? So, whenever you were asked in your childhood to not think about a blue orchid, and I restate this, do not think about a blue orchid in this very moment. What happened? What did you experience? Did you just see a blue orchid? Or did you just see the color blue? Did you just see a random flower that's blue? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. When you tell yourself not to do something, your subconscious will do it. You know why? Because it does not really sit well with the word no or the concept of not. When you say healing is not something for me, you're telling your subconscious that it's not for you. Healing is not for you. Therefore, you cannot, even though you want to, you cannot really embark on that journey or heal yourself. When you say that, oh my God, it's just a delusional concept, not for me, won't happen. You won't heal. All of these intricacies of the subconscious mind and our conscious behavior, I'm going to cover all of this in the later videos. This particular episode is all about healing, what it is and why it is for you. All right? So, let's talk about healing from a perspective where you're romantically hurt. You just came out of a breakup, because that's very much relatable for you guys, right? So when you come out of a breakup, you know you're feeling all the pain, you're feeling all the sadness, you're actually walking that dark night where you're like, oh my God, I'm hurt again. But eventually, over time, you get over it. You just stop caring about it. Not all of a sudden, but eventually. And you keep on reinstating this particular quote that time heals everything. When you keep on telling yourself that time heals everything, it heals everything. You understand why were you in that relationship, what you took out of that relationship, and how it actually helped you grow. Until and unless you can see the flip side of a story, the positive side of the story, it actually becomes difficult for you to heal, because if you're continuously feeling, oh my God, that person betrayed me, am I supposed to be betrayed, am I supposed to be feeling like this, am I supposed to not deserve love? You're reinstating that entire narrative again and again, and obviously that narrative is coming to you, and it is what you're experiencing because you're continuously saying that to yourself, right? Now understand this, that when we talk about healing, we talk about it from a very holistic perspective. We talk about it from a very integrative perspective. Because in order to heal from within, in order to not see the repeating cycles that you have been seeing for so long, you have to heal your own perspective. You have to heal your own perspective towards your own self. What you feel inside, what you view the world as, what you understand the world to be. You have to understand this, that everything at the end of the day boils down to you, and it is your choice, your conscious choice that you're making. Yeah, your subconscious mind does mud it, like does kind of mud your conscious choices in a lot of spaces, and you go like, I did not really want to do this, I did not really want to react like this, or I had a complete different story in my head, I had a complete different reaction in my head. But at the end of the day, I just shouted, I just screamed, I did not get my point through, and I feel guilty, I feel sad inside. Do you know you are feeling guilty and you're feeling sad because you have always viewed shouting as a negative thing. You have always viewed letting your anger out as a depressive thing because it makes other people sad, because it hurts other people. But have you ever considered how hurt you are inside for you to be shouting? Have you shown compassion towards your own self when you felt that I did not really want to do this, but I did it? Or when something you were working on and it did not really turn out to be the way you wished it to be, are you ever compassionate towards your own self? Do you ever tell yourself that, you know what, I'm proud of you, I trust you, and I know what you're doing is right? Do you have this self-talk with you? Are you even aware about this self-talk? Because baby, when you become aware of how you're talking to your own self, you realize a lot of things. You realize that, okay, I might be talking to myself in my own mother's tone, or I might be talking to myself in my father's tone. And is that the tone I want to talk to myself with? Is this how I want to do things? If you're not questioning how you want your life to be, how are you going to heal? If you're not questioning what you truly need, how are you going to heal? If you do not trust yourself enough to know that you are going to receive what you have been working towards, how are you going to heal? You have so much love to give to others. You have so much love to provide others with when they are going through a tough time in their life or a tough patch in their life. But where does that compassion go when it comes to you? Where do you go? Like, where does this compassionate side of you, like, oh my God, do you even know how beautiful you are? Do you even know how amazing you are? Do you even know how amazing your abilities are? I completely trust your abilities. Where does this side of you go when it comes to talking to your own self? When it comes to making peace with your own mistakes? Where does that go? Well, ever since childhood, we have been taught that we need to be soft and nice to others in order to be a nice person. But do you really want to be a nice person at the expense, at the cost of your own well-being, at the cost of your own peace? So why not, instead of asking, am I a nice person in situations, ask yourself, am I a compassionate person? Because when you start asking yourself that if I'm compassionate or not, you'll start asking that even for your own self, am I compassionate for my own self or not? When you start doing that, it'll open the floodgates of possibilities. It'll open the floodgate of everything that you have been dreaming about, everything that you deserve, everything that you have been looking for. Okay? Remember that healing is a journey and it is not a destination. So you have to be aware of what you're feeling. You have to be aware and accept yourself for who you are in the moment to actually embark on this healing journey. And trust me, every time you question yourself, do I really want this? Is this really something that is aligning with me? Is this really something that I want to do, go ahead with? You are already healing because you are putting yourself first, and it is not selfish, no matter how negative the word selfish has been made. When you ask yourself what you truly want, when you ask yourself what you truly deserve, and whether or not you want to do this, you are respecting yourself. And realize this, that until and unless you respect yourself, you will not be receiving respect from outside. Till the time you do not pour the love within you, you will not be able to give it outside. Healing is all about pouring the love, the abundance, the wealth, the care, the compassion within, so that everything that is within you can also reflect outside of you. So within, so without. Whatever is within you is what is being reflected outside, okay? So you need to start healing this within of yours and understand and see the outside world actually change. People start respecting you. And like, make sure that your intention is for your own self, because your intention matters a lot. The intention you start your work with, the intention you start your journey with, actually shapes your journey. And you can change any moment you want, okay? You can change your intention any moment you want. But be aware that your intention is the guiding light for your subconscious. Because your intentions are coming from your thoughts and beliefs, and that is coming from your subconscious. You need to make a beautiful, beautiful balance between your conscious and your subconscious. And that is what has, what healing has been for me so far. And I realize that this might be a bit difficult for some of you to understand, but trust me. Take that first step. Take that first journaling prompt that I will be giving on my podcast, and stay tuned on my Instagram for regular updates on how healing journey actually is for you. I will be giving out techniques, I will be giving out tools, and also I will be introducing you to intuition, how intuition guides you in your healing journey. Okay? So I hope that the concept of healing is clear to you. The concept of healing makes sense to you now. Even if it's woo-woo still, trust me. When you start this journey, and the more you stick around with me on Soul Bloom, you're going to be more clear about what healing is and how to do it. Because I'm not just going to give you journaling prompts, I'm not just going to give you meditations, guided meditations. I am also going to give you a weekly tarot reading as to how your week seems ahead and what all can be coming up for you, what all you might have been facing. And definitely one-on-one sessions are out there. Let me hold your hand. Let's heal together. Let me help you heal. Because I believe when we help each other, we actually create a community that is supportive of each other, that is not toxic. Right? So come on, join in. Reach out to me for one-on-one sessions, and definitely keep an eye out on my Instagram page, which I will be giving down below in the description box, and also my podcast. I hope you actually embark on this journey and get to know yourself more every day and just be surprised with how much potential you hold, okay? So yeah, let's get you a tarot reading. What is the cabinet? What is the cabinet to know? Guide me. That's wow. Okay. Let's get this. I hope that this message reaches to someone who really needs it. It reaches to all the souls that actually are in need of this reading, Damn, okay. Ooh, that's wow. Okay. So it's the Three of Pentacles and the King of Wands. This week you will be working towards your dreams, you will be working towards your desires, you will be working on something which is going to give you clarity on how you should go ahead in your life. It'll be a clarity. It'll be like you actually working on what you want will lead you to a clarity that will give you the feeling that, okay, now you have a new perspective to life and you know how to go ahead with things. Three of Pentacles usually signify the money bit in your life, and The wands is basically your life decisions, right? So Three of Pentacles and the King of Wands basically shows that your finances, you will be somewhere or the other working on your finances directly or indirectly, which will lead you to a better clarity of how you should go ahead in that particular project in your life, and also in various other places in your life which will be attracting money, for you. All right, the Seven of Coins and the Ten of Wands, again, just FYI, you already have done like the work that you need to do in order to have all the abundance which you already have around you. You already have that money around you. You already have that security around you. You have worked towards it. Everything is in place. But this work that you've done is kind of blinding you from looking forward. This work that you have done is blinding you from actually reaching the energy of King of Wands, and that is why you will be working somewhere. You will be working in a group or alone towards your finances, all right? So this basically is a reassurance from the universe that whatever you're doing, you are on the right path. You have everything that you need. You just need to broaden your perspective. And obviously the World card and the Five of Pentacles, I mean, all the possibilities are right in front of you. Everything, it's in your power. This card is so powerful. It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning for you, all right? And Five of Pentacles, you have to broaden your perspective. Like, the combination of all these cards just show one thing, that you have what you need. You know the knowledge is with you. The resources are with you. You just have to broaden your perspective just to reach this place. To reach this complete place, you have to acknowledge the work that you've done. See, awareness, acceptance, acknowledgement. Acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge your efforts. Acknowledge your steps. You have done a lot, okay? Well, that's your forecast, tarot forecast for the week ahead. I will be giving you a daily tarot read as well, but since it's Monday, why not? Right? I hope to see you soon in my next episode. Have a great, great day and trust in yourself. Healing is a journey, it is not a destination.